go for me. It's just more of me in your ear. For you to hear Kendrick persevere, defenses I fear relentless.
Do it now. I told you, do it now.
We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And the guys checking out DeMar DeRozan here. What can we expect?
Kevin, he's got such a great focus as a shooter. And he's a very frustrating player to guard because unless you actually block his shot, you are not going to get in his head and affect him.
And Steve, very few players have his finishing ability. We see him get a lot of and ones because even if he draws hard contact, he is able to play through that and typically score.
Looking at Boston, they took a win in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. And they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal win.
And it was the role players in that game, Kevin, that really led the charge. The guys who normally don't score a lot, they came in and really contributed.
A total team performance, Steve, the kind you need if you're going to win on the opponent's home floor.
And here are the Bulls now after the missed three from Brown. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, here's what the Celtics head coach had to say when we spoke just a few minutes ago. He said that they weren't going to try and be overly aggressive with their defense and not take too many risks that can burn them. He said, in a first meeting like this, you don't want to beat yourself by over-planning. We know we have a smart defense, and we'll see if they can unlock it first before we start adjusting. We'll find out if they need to do that soon enough.
Great, Doris. Thank you. It's not too uncommon to have that defensive focus being foremost in the game plan, is it?
Well, that's who they are, Kevin. That's their identity as a ball club. And so every game they start out thinking, let's shut the opponent down.
And not with just any kind of defense, guys. I mean, they want to get up into you, nose-to-nose, aggressive, in-your-face defense.
Out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The Celtics shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Well, anytime this club got to the line a year ago, they made the defense pay. They hit 82% as a team.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
And so here in Chicago, looking for their first basket of the game.
Well, it took a while, but somebody finally got a shot to go.
You know, I was starting to get a little concerned for them. I mean, it hadn't been pretty to this point.
Now here's Smart. Celtics passing it around. Brown outside. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Their offense already flowing. Some stellar shooting while jumping out to this lead.
Well, high-quality shots, and they've been on target with them.
Here's Ball. It's rebounded by Smart.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim. It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Al Horford, he's checked in for the Celtics. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against Cleveland.
And you could see it in that game, despite the odds against them. Once it got to OT, they had the belief that they could get it done.
And Steve, that's what happens a lot of time when the supposed underdog gets the game into overtime. Momentum swings their way. Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open. It seems to me that anytime the game is on the line, he's perfectly willing to be the hero, or the GOAT for that matter. And that's what it takes to be clutch in big situations. You can't be afraid to fail.
And something else you notice about him offensively is what a dangerous catch-and-shoot player he is. He's got a quick trick.
They swipe it at the floor. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they've played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
And I'll tell you what, even though they looked like the better team a year ago, they only managed a split of the season series.
55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now the pass to LaRusso. Williams with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Blocked. Dropped it. He's guarded by LaRusso. It's rebounded by Beverly.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bulls shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. And he can't get the first one. Boston making a switch here. And he sinks the second. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Williams. Dropped it. There's the dish to Williams. Number 30. A sensational shot at the buzzer.
And perfectly timed. Couldn't have done it any better. How about the poise?
Coming up this Saturday night, October 29th, the Memphis Grizzlies.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And they're also showing some muscle here in the first half, finding a lot of points in the paint area.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Back to Griffin. Kicks it to Smart. Right side, Griffin. Shot no good.
Boy, blew the easy two by profile. Just trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Celtics making a switch here. Pass to Green. Outside, White. Fires for three. Here's Drummond. Makes it off the glass. Drummond's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Bulls.
Well, most of all, I just love the work he puts in on the offensive glass. So many of his points come on putbacks just because of sheer hustle.
And he is also a tireless worker under the glass, Steve. More than a few guys have been on the receiving end of one of his elbows when the rebound is up for grabs. He uses his body very well.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Celtics probably get a chance to check out Andre Drummond. Great year for him last year. First in rebounding, 8th in steals, and his top 15 ranking in blocks tells you all you need to know about how difficult it was to score on him inside.
And Steve, let's go back to his #1 ranking in rebounding. I mean, the top rebounder, that tells you just how good he was at not only rebounding, but he had to get in position, reading and reacting to miss shots.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
And the Bulls making a change here. Good on both. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Open, he's covered by Brown. Here's Hooker. They retain possession. And gets hedged by the D. He'll go to the line.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layups. Earn it from the line.
The Bulls making a switch here. Celtics leading by 10. Dropped it. Defended by Ball. There's the feed to White. The kick out to Brown. A 3-ball. And it's good. Brown's got 5.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
Chicago calls timeout.
He has to be concerned with all the missed shots. It happens to every team, but you have to find a way to keep being productive even when you go through a shooting drought.
You might be trying to tell them to get to the free throw line. You know, all teams go cold at points during the game, but the good teams still find ways to score.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams. The Celtics second, the Bulls third.
Kevin, I think the extra practice really paid off for both of these teams last year. I mean, it was obvious that they spent an awful lot of time trying to become better at the free throw line, and it showed up in their results. You could see their confidence build throughout the season as a group.
Back to White. Rocket. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Hooker. Blocked. Dives for it. Out of bounds. Bulls ball. Chicago keeps possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Boston Celtics. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Yeah, you know, the fans out in Cleveland really hoping for a win for their Cavaliers. It's a big game for them.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Boston leading by 13. Here's White. Nice shot from 10 feet out. White's got his first 2 points of the night. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Well, let's take a look at where Boston ended up, Kevin, last year in the league rankings. Second in blocks, second in free throw percentage. And they also showed up in the top 5 in team rebound. That means everybody's doing their job on the board. This is a very strong rebounding team.
And I think the thing that jumps out at me is the blocks per game. It just shows how well coached they were defensively. Great rotations. They closed out, and they forced their opponents into tough situations at the hoop. That's how they were able to block so many shots. Well, there's plenty to like about him as a player, but you know, one thing that really stands out is the quick trigger. He can catch the ball in space, defenders all over him, but you know, in an instant, lets that shot go, and he is accurate.
And also, Steve, I think he's really smart with the basketball. Very smart. When you're playing with him, your only job is to get open, because when you do, and if you do, he'll put it on the platter for you. Room service style.
Brown outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. 16 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Paul. Pass to Levin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Looking to end the run. Can't capitalize inside.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We're in the early stages of what promise. Out in Philadelphia, it's the 76ers trailing to Indiana. Not exactly a nail-biter out there. And another one also in progress. The Heat in a tight one against the Toronto Raptors. About midway through the third out there. And a look here at
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we return to the United Center, a look at the statue honoring the great Michael Jordan. Bulls trail by 18. Williams is out there at the roast. And it's Vucevic, and it's Ball in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's White. That's good. White's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Boston.
And the rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but when they've needed them, they've gotten them. They've really battled hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing.
Here's Levin. It's good from long range. He's got 5.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Smart dishes to Brown. Fires the 3. That's good. And the Celtics lead by 20.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Ball, the pass to DeRozan. Tipped. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And slam dunk by Smart.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Ball defended by Smart. Levin, white covering. 6 to shoot. And it's Vucevic missing.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing him to miss.
Gets it to go.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
You know, all coaches hate defensively when you give up easy points in the paint. That's inexcusable. So that's the reason for this timeout here.
I think it came down to the fact they were getting beat inside, and that's why the coach called timeout. They were not winning the battle inside.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Chicago. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Outside Williams. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Al Horford, he's checked in for Williams. And here's Boston. They've got an 8-0 run. Brown, defended by Lane. Brown kicks to Smart. On the wing, Williams. Brown outside. Tatum, he's guarded by Williams. Just 5 on the clock. For 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Drummond's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
And, you know, for the Pacers, that's a game that they would really like to win.
Out in his own on the break. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. The pass to Ball. He dishes it to Drummond. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Lane passes to Drummond. That's good.
Good job creating an easy bucket there.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Outside Williams. This one for 3. And the shot is good. Williams has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Levin, he's guarded by Williams. Pass the ball. 3-pointer and blocked. But they recover it. Williams gets the bucket. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Feeds it to Smart. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Pretty good performance from the free throw line last season. He was about 84% from the line.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Here's DeRozan.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
No good on the buzzer beater. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over.
On Tap Friday, October 29th, the Atlanta Hawks.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. And we'll get a look at how the hustle step game has been going for the Celtics.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And another area where they've done a great job tonight is forcing the issue defensively and getting some steals.
On the floor for Boston. They've got Muscala. Smart is out there with White. Then there's Griffin. The Bulls shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. He feeds it to Beverly. Number 12. White covering from deep. Green. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Here's White. Goes up off the inbound. Here's Drummond. And the layup's good off the glass. Drummond's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Chicago. The Celtics shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. The kick out to Brown. Back to White. That's good.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And White kicks to Green. Number 12. White covering. From outside, off the mark. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 6. Bulls moving the ball around. And it's White missing.
He just couldn't shake loose. He had the defender draped all over him.
Outside, White. Takes a 3. And Jones pulls it down. Chicago has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And the Celtics making a change here. 1:56 left in the game. Outside, Green. Green gets a screen from Drummond. Green against Williams. The drive by Green. Rejected by Muscala. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Bulls have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. And there's the rejection. Start with the ball. Takes the 3. They get it again. Passes it to Muscala. Brown. And the 3 ball is good.
Getting the feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second 3 of the half.
Now the Bulls with it. Right side, White. Green. He kicks it to Beverly. Looking to end the drought. He takes it up and lays it in.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Well, you got to love the effort, but probably an ill-advised decision in the end to go for that alley-oop.
Yep, that sequence went from pretty to ugly in a hurry.
And Green gets it to go.
Well, their offense has kicked into gear, but it seems to have arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, you guys were stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
And Beverly kicks to Drummond. Drummond gets the screen from Beverly. Jones with the screen on Williams. White loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Here's Beverly. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They put on a show tonight.
I wonder if I take you there. Would you believe in fairy tales?